President Biden has vigorously defended his handling of the Afghanistan withdrawal. On Wednesday, Biden held his first meeting with a foreign leader since ending America's longest war, though he didn't mention Afghanistan in a brief appearance with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky before cameras. Even in the final days of Washington's chaotic airlift in Afghanistan, Javad Habibi was getting phone calls from the U.S. government promising that the green card holder from Richmond, Virginia, his wife, and their 4 daughters would not be left behind. He was told to stay home and not worry, that they would be evacuated. Late Monday, however, his heart sank as he heard that the final U.S. flights had left Kabul's airport, followed by the blistering staccato sound of Taliban gunfire, celebrating what they saw as their victory over America. "They lied to us," Habibi said of the U.S. government. He is among hundreds of American citizens and green card holders stranded in the Afghan capital. Another Afghan native who asked to be identified only as Ajmal, fearing retribution, said his 2 brothers, and their families, 16 people in all, were granted emergency immigrant visas to be evacuated after another brother in Virginia submitted the paperwork. He said he and his relatives went to the airport, but heavy gunfire by the Taliban and the crush of thousands of people sent them back home. On one occasion, he said he received an email telling him and his family they would be picked up at a spot near the airport at 3 a.m. He and his family waited on the street until 9 a.m., but no one came, he said. A new report from investigative journalist John Solomon claims text messages between military service members and private citizens paint a picture of stranded U.S. citizens waving passports to no avail at soldiers stationed at the gates of Hamid Karzai International Airport in Kabul near the end of President Biden's withdrawal. Solomon told Hannity that one unnamed 82nd Airborne commander exclaimed Sunday, "We are expletive abandoning American citizens." Because Biden was not going to do that, and the military to rescue stranded Americans texted, "You guys left American citizens at the gate of Kabul airport, 3 empty jets paid for by volunteers were waiting for them. You and I talked on the phone. I told you where they were, gave you their passport images, and my email and my phone number. You left them behind," one former Special Forces soldier wrote in a message read by host Sean Hannity. That soldier, the host said, was working with private networks because Biden and the State Department under Secretary Antony J. Blinken were either ineffective or refusing to help. Retired Navy SEAL sniper Jack Carr revealed the truth about the beginnings of U.S. Middle Eastern warfare on the newest episode of Fox Nation's Tucker Carlson Today. Carr described American relations with Afghanistan to be all wrong immediately following 9/11, when the Bush administration shifted focus to Iraq and away from al-Qaeda. Another interesting thing that happened in 2001, while I was doing those ship boardings and while the guys were in Tora Bora asking for reinforcements, is that President Bush asked retired Army Gen. Tommy Franks to come to Crawford, Texas, and asked him to draw up plans for the invasion of Iraq, he said. So the focus shifted very early on from Afghanistan to Iraq. So when we should have really been flooding Tora Bora with troops and crushing our enemy at the time, we're now starting to think about Iraq. The ex-SEAL explained that what followed in January 2002 was a push for nation building in Bush's State of the Union address, once again deterring interest away from the enemy. Very quickly we shifted from crushing al-Qaeda to not giving it the support it needed, to Iraq and to nation building at the same time, he said. The president of the UN Security Council said it won't take its focus off Afghanistan this month. Ambassador Geraldine Byrne-Nason spoke as Ireland assumed the rotating presidency of the UN Security Council. Nason noted the protection and promotion of human rights for women must be at the very heart of our collective response to the crisis.